Steven Universe is a series that embraces drawing parallels between characters and themes. To name a few, the Crystal Gem to the Diamonds, Connie and full disclosure to Steven throughout the latest episodes, and Greg and Rose to Sadie and Lars. Comparing and contrasting is just something the Crewniverse excels at flawlessly. A few of these mirroring scenarios can really catch us by surprise, and I believe we're on the verge of something rather shocking: Pearl's new love triangle. Let's talk about it today on Crystal Clear. Yellow diamond or blue diamond? Whose side are you on? Snag a tee or hoodie from our store. Link in the description. Welcome back to Crystal Clear on the Roundtable. I'm AwestruckVox, and Pearl just can't catch a break. I'm sure by now many of you have become acquainted with the theory that we finally obtained Mystery Girl's name, but for the uninitiated, we'll recap. In the episode Kevin Party, the boy we love to hate, Kevin, shows a side of him we've never seen before, and gives Steven advice. Granted, it was for his personal gain. Steven wants to be forward and honest with Connie, but Kevin thinks he should just play it cool, that if he doesn't keep it together, it'll be Sabina all over again. Steven questions who Sabina is, only for Kevin to blush and get flustered, pulling himself together, and continues to advise Steven. Clearly, Kevin got his heart broken by a girl named Sabina, and from his words, it sounds like he hopes the way he conducted himself accountable. Now, if we rewind back to the episode Last One Out of Beach City, we met a mystery girl Pearl was smitten for. Clearly, she has a type, but we don't judge here at the Roundtable. I like girls with angst. At the end of the episode, Pearl approaches the girl and converses for a brief moment, concluding with Pearl scoring her number. Smooth moves. We didn't learn the name of this identified figure, but she initialed her number with the letter S. Steven Universe has mastered slick foreshadowing and bringing the unexpected together. So while it seems like a tad of a reach, everyone coming together and assuming S is Sabina is one of the few times where instinct is key. Yet, I want to explore beyond that instinct, because when you put into perspective what this revelation would mean for Pearl's character arc, the idea S is the girl once involved with Kevin makes a lot more sense. Side note, a lot of people still think the Crewniverse confirmed S's name is Sheena, when for the umpteenth time, Laura and Zook said they were calling Sheena in their head, for Sheena is a punk rocker. You know, the song by the Ramones? Considering she does come across as very punk, attending a garage rock concert. So while people have tried to use this as evidence to debunk Mystery Girl being Sabina, it actually very much supports it. Sheena sounds dangerously close to Sabina, and while I may be going off an adrenaline rush, I refuse to believe that's a coincidence. So off the assumption Sabina is Mystery Girl, let's try to piece together Kevin's origins. Short and sweet, Kevin fell for Sabina. Considering Kevin gave Steven advice that applies to an ex, it sounds like they were even romantically together for a while. They had a falling out, and when Kevin tried to explain himself, he was going off of pure raw emotion, embarrassing himself and Sabina in front of everybody. This could actually be the reason why Kevin acts the way he does today. Why he's so obsessed with being the best. Why he pushed for Savine to elevate his party. Kevin is trying to Great Gatsby Sabina, throwing parties and becoming the talk of Dermarva, hoping Sabina will cross paths and attend one of his shindigs, showing his not-so-earned success with mommy and daddy's dollars. Imagine how different Kevin was before Sabina broke his heart. He could have been a bit more kind, open with his emotions, and treated everyone equally. After Sabina went bye-bye, he could have transformed into the insensitive jerk he was prior to Kevin Party, where he was a bit of a less insensitive jerk, confusing confidence for narcissism, projecting himself as the life of the party every second of every day. Or maybe he was always a jerk, masking his emotions behind a wall, and Sabina got tired of it and his crummy attitude, kicking him to the curb. This led to Kevin displaying an ounce of humanity for the first time in his life, and it felt insincere to Sabina, leaving her unaffected. Either origin would be interesting to see, as both could be utilized for Steven to truly empathize with Kevin, which he'd only be willing for the reason I'm about to explain. We all know about Pearl, Rose, and Greg. Well, history's about to repeat itself, as Pearl will find herself in a new love triangle, but this time in Greg's shoes. To put it into perspective, Sabina fills in the shoes of Rose, Kevin's Pearl, and Pearl's Greg. Instead of two gems and one human, two of which after the affection of one gem, it's one gem and two humans, two of them after the affection of one human. Ooh. Much like Rose had Pearl, Sabina had Kevin around, and at one point reciprocated feelings, yet that attraction eventually diminished. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, Sabina walks into Pearl's life, much like Rose stumbled into Greg's. Like Greg, Pearl pursues Sabina, and the two stay in touch. So, where do we go from here? Well, we already saw how Pearl began to act once Rose became heavily involved with Greg. She was very much a show-off, and became a lot more narcissistic. Her misguided worldview had her believe that just because she's a gem and can reap the benefits from it, like fusion, she already had a significant advantage over Greg for Rose's affection in the long run. In a lot of aspects, this is very much how Kevin already acts.
He has money, he's a hipster with his little BlackBerry, he has a wicked fashion sense.
universe. He feels that he outclasses everyone in every way, and when he's around, there's no real competition. Let me reiterate once more, saying that stays especially true with Steven Universe. History repeats itself time after time. Sabina and Pearl will begin to spend a lot more time together, and eventually, Kevin will catch on to that. I can even see Kevin mirroring Pearl's own words onto her, just with humans substituting gems. Sabina may find you charming, but that's only because you're an alien. You're a novelty at best. Although he can't pull the fusion card, because arguably the ultimate connection between humans is, well, Rose had Steven, so we know gems can do that too. In place of the fusion dance and We Need to Talk, I can see an instance where Kevin would try to show off his moves in front of Pearl, only to be styled on there as well. Much like Pearl with Rose, Kevin would hold on and throw himself at Sabina again and again and again. That's where Steven comes in. He's seen firsthand from Pearl how toxic and damaging holding on to someone in a new relationship can be for everyone involved, and that's why he'll help Kevin. I made an offhand comment about Kevin's redemption a few days ago before Kevin Party dropped, but honestly, that may have planted the seeds. As for Pearl herself, should this little arc transpire, I really hope she'd acknowledge it's happening and look to Greg for advice. Pearl isn't an inherently neglectful person, despite actions she's committed in the past. I would want her to recognize what exactly is going on, and while Kevin isn't entitled to Mystery Girl's affection at all, Pearl's still been there and would want to properly ease tension. It'd show immense growth in her character arc, and hey, perhaps this would accumulate in Kevin and Sabina becoming involved in gem shenanigans, a la Steve Harrington and Nancy Wheeler from Stranger Things. Because let's be honest, one does not simply date a gem, or even become good friends with one, without their life turning into complete intergalactic chaos. It's just not possible. But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I definitely want to hear yours. These are the kind of plot lines that make the towny episodes of Steven Universe exciting, the kind that we need more of, that this recent string of episodes provided. Comment below or tweet your thoughts directly to me at AwestruckVox. You can follow the Roundtable on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Roundtable Vids. And we're also on Snapchat at RoundtableYT. We have a Discord, official Amino app, and Patreon. Don't forget to check out and snag a yellow or blue diamond t-shirt from our store. And if you do, thank you. Links to everything in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like, share it with your friends, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Hit that bell for notifications so you can stay in the loop with all things Steven. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. AwestruckVox, signing out.